I want to start off, I'm going to tell you ladies a secret. Not that kind of secret, Corinne. You put down your camera, I see you. You get me, so. I'll tell you that out of the hundreds and hundreds of women I've worked with, including the 100 female Marines I took to Afghanistan, I found that you all have two problems in common. Majority of women I've met and worked with all have challenges around confidence and mental health of some form or another. I already see the heads nodding. Thank you very much for that, because I know it's hard for me to say that kind of thing, but I just want to put it out there. And you know what, I can relate to this because I used to have really low self-esteem, which I'll tell you about later. And when it comes to mental health, I'm a bit embarrassed to say, but I used to suffer from severe PTSD. I'm talking like the kind of, you know, from Iraq, Afghanistan, that kind of thing. And I'm talking like the kind of PTSD where if I wasn't crying my brains out the night before, oftentimes I'd be driving down the road, shaking, crying so hard that I'd struggle to wipe the tears out, and I'd have to pull off the side of the road because it became too dangerous if I couldn't see. That kind of PTSD. So for that reason, ladies, I'm going to talk about 3 specific things today. I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to improve your confidence, your mental health, and your business. See, I relate to this group even more because, by show of hands real quick, who here is a business owner of any kind? If you're on your own business, okay, please don't accept that kind of talk from your kids. Instead, you know, your kid comes home with a report card, a test that they didn't like, don't look at them and say, you know, Johnny, you just have to try harder and hopefully you do better next time. No, don't say that. Instead, look at them square in the eyes with the utmost confidence and you say, Sally, I know you will do better next semester because I know you, I believe in you, I know your capability, you will do better next. It has a whole different energy around it, right? When you speak with that kind of confidence. So get rid of those cheesy words, all right? Now, a few other things with confidence that you can do immediately to improve your confidence. First thing is your posture, okay? Now, we've all heard a few things around posture, but one thing we possibly haven't heard is that when you mind your posture, meaning, actually, I'll give you a quick example. This is what I hear, and you can beat me up about this if you want to, but this is especially what I see from a lot of women's groups I speak to. Hi, my name is Joanne. I'm an accountant. If you're desperate for an accountant, please call me. That's what I hear, okay? And then they give me the wet fish handshake. They give me a half a hand. What am I going to do with a half a hand? That's what I see, right? This does not scream that you're the best accountant in the world and that I should hire you. Anyways, instead, mind your posture, okay? When you walk into a room like this, find your spot, plant your feet, shoulder width apart, arms hang naturally, chest lifted, neck erect, chin up, with a smile on your face, like a slight smile, like, I know something you don't, son. Like, I've got something you want, boy. Okay? Like that, okay? And, you know, it sounds basically, heard that kind of thing growing up, roll your shoulders back, all those things. But one thing most of us don't know is that when your posture is good, that your heart will work more in sync with your brain. And you're more likely to say the right thing at the right time. You're more likely to think sharper on your feet. Feel better about yourself, which is also going to reflect your mental health in a massive way. Okay, Tony Robbins actually talks a lot about that. Other things, other than posture, attire, because I know, so a couple other things with appearance. This is what I see also with women's groups especially, or I say women in general. And you can beat me up because I'm not being sexist, I'm just telling you my observations, okay? And I can take the beating too, I'm totally okay with that. But this is what I see from a lot of you all, okay? Coming to an event even like this is what I see, okay? Car flying into the parking lot, jump out, you know, oh, jeez, you know, oh, my hair. Oh, see, and you whip out that, you look at yourself, that's what I see, right? Some of you are laughing because you know that's you, okay? And I'll admit that that's me too sometimes. I'll be the first to admit I'm guilty, but when you do that, when you slide in a home base at the last minute and you're flustered because you didn't give yourself 15 minutes to leave the house early enough, Kareem, like you did today, which you confessed up to me right away, I always plan to be at least 15 minutes early, at least. Because I want you to walk in. This is a confidence mental health thing, by the way, because I don't want you worrying and having, anxiety because you're running late, okay? And then a bit of depression because you're like, oh my gosh, you're beating yourself up. Instead, I want you to get there 15 minutes early so you walk in like you own the place. That's what I want, okay? Because when you slide in there at the last minute and you're flustered and first thing you do is you sit next to your friend, hey Lisa, oh man, geez, traffic is a nightmare, and my hair just won't go right today. You're doing all that. At that moment, you are missing out on potential clients, potential opportunities. You are missing out on deep and meaningful and personal conversation. You're missing out on meeting new friends and having a good time because you're thinking more about yourself, okay, rather than what you can contribute. A couple other things that will drastically contribute to your confidence and mental health, since we're talking appearance-wise. One thing I do for this situation is not only make an effort to arrive early, but when I get out of the vehicle, I take a quick look at myself in my vehicle or the vehicle next to me, depending on how the sun is shining. Right? Again, I'm OCD more than anybody here. And not only that, most venues have the bathroom as soon as you walk through the front door. So before I actually walk into a room like this, I'll hit the bathroom first. And I'll go into the bathroom, or here you guys say, I'll go to the toilet, is what you say. But not actually in the toilet. Yeah. Anyways, I'll test out my accent later on when I'm doing the introduction. I'll walk into the restroom, and I'll take a look at myself and adjust my tie if I need to, my jacket, my hair, whatever. I'm growing my hair like a hippie these days, and I'll just look and I'll think, man, you look good. I'm just kidding. And then once I'm done in that moment, once I step foot outside of that bathroom, I am done thinking about myself. I'm done being selfish at that time, and instead I'm thinking about what I can give, what I can contribute. How can I make someone's life better, especially if I'm speaking to an audience like today? How can I empower people today to live better, happier, fulfilled lives? I'm done thinking about myself. So give yourself a cutoff time. Does this make sense? Everybody? So those are a few things around confidence. Now we talked about Sergeant Major Garcia two-step and details of confidence. In a minute, I'm going to pull something out of that bag. Okay, and well, before I do, I just want to tell you, ladies, that I truly am humbled to be here, to have somehow successfully infiltrated a women's conference. Thank you. Emphasize the confidence piece so much for you ladies, because the confidence is what really made the massive difference in my life. Once your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, this will make or break your success in anything. Your business, your marriage, your health, whatever it is, your self-esteem will make the difference. And I don't know if I had such terrible confidence because I was adopted, or maybe because I was made fun of for being adopted as a kid. So a little bit more about me, not that you actually care, but so that you know how I can best assist and advise. Yes, I'm American, but I was actually born in Tijuana, Mexico. Tijuana is like a sleazy border town near San Diego. I was born there. I was adopted by Americans. I was adopted by 2 U.S. Marines. I've never even met my biological family. However, a side story, my wife found my biological mother on Facebook, and we're going to meet next month. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to tell you what, I say that to a group of men, they're going to be like, that's nice. Anyways, seriously though, maybe that's why I was underconfident, or maybe because I struggled and was terrible in every subject, in every year, and every sport, and I was a skinny, scrawny kid, and that's actually what drew me to the Marines, because the Marines focus heavily on building confident leaders. But nobody thought I would make it in the Marines. In fact, people laughed in my face when I brought this up. Teachers, other kids, would say things like, "You, the Marines," and they'd go like that to me. Really? And